悩み事があるなら私に教えて。
What's up, everyone? Let me see. Let me use game capture instead. It's a lot easier that way. All right, what's up, everyone? So, I don't know how long this stream is gonna be because I kind of woke up with I think I'm having an allergic reaction to something. I'm just waiting for something to kick in. And it's yeah, not feeling too good. So I'm just waiting for something to kick in, and then that might cause me to get a little tired. So the stream might end at that time. So yeah. Not sure what's going on, but we'll figure it out. Anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and at least start this because I want to at least get this started. You're sounding a bit under the weather, do I? All right. Let's go ahead and get this started. Chapter 28. I'm sorry about earlier too. I didn't realize that yeah, it turned to 8 o'clock already. And I didn't realize that 8 o'clock was the time I set for my stream. So yeah, it was supposed to be 10. It does sound like it a little bit. I don't feel sick, it's just I'm having like some sort of allergic reaction to something. I put something on it, but I'm waiting for a family member to get back with the pill that I can take for it. Alrighty. The imaginary tree has completely absorbed fragments of the bubble universe to construct his interstice. Both risk and rewards lie ahead. It's best to exercise utmost caution. What Rita experienced after sending off Branya. Genius, the mutual saturation of the Sea of Quanta and the imaginary tree. Dr. Schrodinger, are we in a position to do something that can help Master Durandal? Looks like your ability to search for stable spaces has gotten stronger, Rita. You knew Genius could reach me around this part, and you spoke to me on purpose, right? It's just my usual luck holding on. That aside, Dr. Schrodinger, how does Master Durandal seem to be doing? He's still alive. I know. Then I've no more knowledge than you. As we suspected, Otto rigged her genius. We saw it coming and planted the space navigation program in your old genius beforehand, right? Yes, but I'm still worried Master Durandal might run into some unexpected difficulties. God, Rita looks so damn good, bro. You're asking me while you're in the Sea of Quanta if there's a way for you to confirm her current situation in the imaginary space.
私に何か具体的な方法がないか尋ねたかったなのですね。
これもメイドの
It's
務め
part of my duty as a maid.
わかったなのです。
Alright, bad news
先に言っ
first.
ておきますが、経験からして
From experience, it's impossible for you to get across the spatial barrier, spatial barrier, and reach Bianca in real time.
ほぼ不可能なのです。でも
But there's always an exception.
量子の海から
There are always rare
直接コンタクトを取れる
saturation
ような
conditions that will allow
極
you
めて稀
to
な
reach the imaginary
浸透めい
space
た
from the Sea of
状況が
Quanta.
必ず存在するなのです。しかし
But to
そのような
identify such
空間
space
場所を見つけ
coordinates
るため
might
に
take
は
more time
あな
than
た
waiting
は
for Bianca's
時間を
return.
かける必要があるなのです。そうだとしても焦る必要はないなのです。
If this is still fine
あ
by
なた
you,
を特別な場所に
I
案
can
内でき
indeed
る
lead
の
you
で
to
す。
some special places. You can skip this as a side mission? What? This is a side mission? It directed me here.
特殊な量子空間です。
その言い方はあまりにも
That's a very
曖昧
general
で
general
何も
description.
言ってもあの
But
場
these
所
are
は確かに
these places are indeed fragments of fragments and illusions of illusions.
幻覚だから
So no matter what your eyes see later,
ど
don't
ん
be
な
fooled
それらに惑わされてはいけ
by
ない
their
のです
appearances.
私が案内する空間の果て
After all,
はすべて虚数の木に吸収された世界の泡の残滓なのです。
After all, the intercities I'll bring you to are all bubble universe fragments nearly fully absorbed by the imaginary tree.
なるほど。
I see.
もうす
We're
ぐ
talking about their
を使って空間の自
disintegration
然のバリアを越えるのですか？
to get across the barrier.
はい。
Yes,
なのでこれは
and that
かなり
requires a fair
心
bit
の
of
準備
luck.
ができたら
We'll get
出発
started
なの
once
で
you're
す。
ready. There are some details I need to fill you in
技術
on
的
the
な
way.
詳細の多くは道中で話し合う必要が
Okay, so this is a side mission? Why is it directing me here then? Oh, okay. All right, cool. Okay, so yeah, that's a side mission. Okay, cool. All right, so we just go to the map here. And God, I didn't press that. Okay. Go to map.
「私の温度美しい世界を守るために戦うよ」マントが長くなったからちょっと慣れないや。
What the heck?
それでいい。
That's right.
僕を止めてみた
Come
ま
and
え。
try and stop
デ
me.
ュランダル、
Durando,
キア
Kiana,
ナ、
and
それか
Teresa.
らこれを
I'll
僕に
consider this
捧げる自別のパフォ
as
ー
your
マンスだと思
farewell
えばいい。
performance for me. Otto looked at the lights enveloping the church. They made it a sacred shrine, like stars leading to the heavens. Meanwhile, outside the church,
これは
what's
どうい
going
うこ
on?
と？
I
力
can
は
feel my
感じるの
power,
に
but I can't use
使
it.
えない。
As a great sword was broken, Kiana could only watch Otto leisurely merge into that strange light curtain. When she tried to follow him into the light curtain, she felt her hair stand on end, as if every cell in her body was stopping her.
どういうこと？
What is with this
この
light
光
curtain?
の幕
Something's off.
何かがおかしい。
What's up, Mork? What's up, Gold? What's up, Kamori? Banana, Drunken, Monkey D. Luffy, Rusty, Soldier of Chaos, and of course, Afro. Arima, hopefully I'm not saying this wrong. Dong Arxis. Yeah, we got quite a few people in here. Thanks for tuning in.
キアナブローニャ行動を開始しよう準備できたよキアナ大丈夫です
Are
か
you alright?
大丈夫
I'm okay, but I failed to stop Otto.
オットを止め
As
ら
we
れ
were
なかった
fighting, this light curtain popped up and cut me off from him.
私と
He's on the other
集ま
side
る
of it
こ
now.
の光の幕が現れ
Lily, are you alright? This is not the time to be nodding off.
私たちはまだ
We have to, huh? Why am I so sleepy all of a sudden?
ロザリオ
Rosa? Lily?
ここに近づけば
The
近づく
closer I get here, the heavier my body feels. Similar to when my power was taken by the puppet, but it's not the same.
ですが
もしもし通信
How are the comms working? Can anybody hear me?
聞こえる学園長
Principal, this is Kiana. Comms are working normally, and I just met Brian and the others in front of the church.
よかった無事なのね
You guys are
さっ
alright.
きから通信の電波が乱れ
The
てて
comm signal
あな
has
たたちも
been
ベルトみたい
unstable
に
since we
連絡が
started
取
some
れな
time
くな
ago.
ったんじゃないかって
I was
心配し
worried
てたのよ
you'd become unreachable, like Mr. Yang.
私と博士も
In Hyperion, the doctors and I saw a huge light curtain appear in the direction of the church. Its energy parameters were very abnormal. If you find anything at the scene, the light curtain could be some kind of measure Otto adopted to keep us out. He entered the church alone after it went up. So you met Otto. Yes. When the light curtain appeared, he said something about the gift from the imaginary tree and the power of God. By the way, when I arrived, he was holding the abyss flower in his hand and said that it was left by the first guest. The abyss flower? The first guest? Did he mean Durandal?
まさか彼女はオットーの部下
Isn't she Otto's subordinate?
仲間割れ
Are they fighting?
わからない
I don't know.
と
Anyway,
にかく
everyone is isolated by the light curtain outside the church, and the abyss flower is right in front of us. Also, the strange thing is, this light curtain seems to be consuming and restricting Hersher's abilities.
テレサさん
Madam Teresa, what do you think?
もはや疑う余地
There
は
is
ない
no doubt. The evidence
全て
suggests
光の幕
the light curtain is likely a manifestation of the power of the Hersher binding, just like the grace field.
どういうことです
What? Hersher binding? Are you saying that the Hersher binding is in this small town?
みんな
Calm down, everyone. We're talking about the Hersher binding's power. At least we have not detected any signs of a new Hersher core.
新たな律
疑似制約の十字架でも
Even the simulated Oath of Judah
生成できない
is unable to generate such a massive field.
オットーの話をまとめ
Combined with what Otto
虚
said,
数の木の力を源にして
it's more like some kind of power from the imaginary tree.
どっちにしろ今
In
の
any
状況は
case,
厄介
the
よ
situation is dire. We have to find a way to deal with the light curtain as soon as possible. We need to go in there and teach Otto a lesson.
キアナブローニャ
Kiana, Branya, take everyone back to the safe zone first. I'll discuss the light curtain with the doctors.
いい
Remember, never get
絶対
close
に
to the light
光の
curtain.
幕に近づかないこと
If it really is the power of binding, it could have irreversible effects on your body.
分かった
Yeah, good idea.
私の番だね決戦の時が来たやけどに決戦の時が来た
What's up, guys? Yeah, all this time I haven't been really leveling up my characters or anything, and all of a sudden this level requires me to have my characters all powered up and stuff. It's just tanky because my characters are weak. Like, that's just the... I've been playing this entire game without like leveling up anything. Meanwhile, in the Hyperion Command Center. It really sets me off. That jerk, why can't he play fair? What's he doing hiding in a church, huh? Calm down, Dr. Tesla. Complaining won't solve anything. Besides, we still have some tricks up our sleeve. Huh? You have an idea, Mofed? Tell me now. Maybe we can try to break that light curtain with Celine. Celine, but that weapon, that's the weapon we used against Herishers. Celine's effective because it can convert Honkai energy in a Herisher's body into regular energy. His attack isn't a part of Honkai. As long as we supply it with additional Honkai energy, it could be used as a laser with amazing power. Using Herisher power or even regular Honkai energy against the Herisher binding is like bringing a knife to a gunfight. But if we're using conventional energy weaponry, we don't have to worry about that. We can push full steam. We can push full steam ahead with an attack. Shoot, I knew I should have brought along all the silver bullets. Then you have to take the innocent bystanders into account. One thing is certain, no matter how the light curtain acquired the Herisher binding's power, it must have some kind of operating mechanism to dissipate the energy. Every operating mechanism functions with a threshold. The power of binding naturally can dissolve regular energy as well. But that's not its primary target. So our output will likely exceed that threshold. Like a battering ram against a stone. It's a matter of brute force. Indeed. What if Celine's power can't reach the threshold of the light curtain? Then we'll have to find another way. That is to say, to be on the safe side, we should use all the stored energy on the Hyperion and hope for the best. But on the other hand, if Celine's output at maximum power, once we fail, we'll lose all of the Hyperion's combat power. Indeed, Otto doesn't seem too bothered. He might have a backup. Either way, the plan is good enough. I'll inform Kiana and the others first. We'll leave the power setting of Celine and any other preparations to you doctors. No problem. Let's play rock, paper, scissors for it. A few minutes later. Kiana, Branya, can you hear me? Loud and clear, Principal. What are the instructions? The doctors and I will try to use Celine to deal with the light curtain in front of the church. You lead everyone away somewhere out of reach as soon as possible. At that time, if our plan is successful, you'll be able to enter the light curtain once it's safe. Then find Otto. I'll catch up. And then find Otto. I'll catch up with you shortly after. Celine? Kiana, the doctors will explain later. For now, let's follow the principal's plan. Yeah, you're right. We need to hurry things up. The front line is in position. Dr. Tesla, how are things on your side? Testing firepower at 20%, according to Einstein's plan. Celine is ready to be activated. Okay, Kiana, have you retreated into position? We've gotten to a safe location. I know that's messed up. Copy. Dr. Tesla, we're good to go. Roger. This ain't gonna do shit. As Celine unfolded, the Hyperion began to make the sound of focusing energy like thousands of turbines turning at the same time. System control ready.
出力制御
Output control
完了
ready.
軌道制御
Orbit control
Cambio.
ready.
目標
Target locked.
距離誤差調整完了
Of course it wants me to do it.
ムーンライトスローン発射
No sound? It could have at least had like some... Okay, it put like a small crack in it. That's more than I thought it was going to do. A beam of white light struck the light curtain. With a loud bang, a hole appeared.
よし
Great, we did it.
そっち
Kiana, how are things on your
問
side?
題ないよ
No problems here.
光の幕に
We can clearly see the hole in the light curtain.
じゃあ早
Great.
速最大出
Then
力
we'll
で
prepare a more powerful... Wait, Dr. Tesla, something's
何
wrong.
かが
どうしたのよ
What's wrong?
光の幕が
Light curtain. It just instantly repaired itself.
修復した
What? Repaired?
くそ
I knew it wouldn't be that
そんなに
easy.
簡単にはあいつはあの結
But
果
that jerk not only put up an annoying barrier, but even a way to make sure it stayed repaired.
それと
Or is this the
これもあいつの
part?
力の
Is this
一部って
also
やつ
part of his power?
ボス頭
Mofed
あん
and
た
you,
そこで
Nagamitsu, were all able to calculate the light curtain's threshold based on that test shot.
もちろんだテスラ博士
Of course.
いい知らせ
Dr.
と
Tesla, we have good news and bad news.
こんな時にもったいぶらないでよ
What?
ね
Keep beating around the bush and just tell
いい
us.
知らせは
The good news is that Celine's attack worked, and we were able to get the exact energy threshold reading.
悪い知らせは
The bad news is that the threshold is so high that with all the Hyperion's remaining energy, we still wouldn't be able to completely destroy the light
そ
curtain.
して光の幕を
And if that light curtain is not completely destroyed, it'll regenerate itself just as Kiana saw it.
なんですって 20% の
Wait, when did she come back?
穴を開けることができたじゃない
Is she just here? Shut up, Afro. It's Mofed. What? I thought we were here. We were able to breach it with just 20% of the energy.
たとえ4倍のエネルギーを
But even with 4 times as much energy, we'd only make a bigger hole. It isn't enough to keep up with its self-fixing. Wait, when did she come back? She was on the ship this entire time? Really? So that quest where she went, it's explained in the side quest? Oh, okay.
徹底的に破壊するなんて
That alone destroyed it
光
completely.
の幕を完全に破壊するには
It can
少なくとも
completely destroy the light curtain. We need to use at least 5 times the amount of the entire Honkai energy stored in the Hyperion at the same time.
それほどのエネルギーを
Which is to say nothing about how we're going to concentrate that much energy into the Hyperion at once. You basically joined them since Teresa is overseer now? Got it. She went to a safe place. Hyperion is pretty safe. Yes, she did say that, didn't she? Okay. Her little projection said that. Okay, it's disappearing. What the heck? Hold on, guys. I just left it alone and it just disappeared. That would be weird. I've been drunk in a few days. It's been gone. Done. I apologize, guys. I'm having some weird allergic reaction to something, and it just, like, when I started the stream, I had a bunch of bumps on my arm that indicated it was a allergic reaction. I put something on it just to numb the itching, and now it's almost completely gone. It's really weird. But yeah, I have someone going to the store to get me something so that I can, yeah, and the stuff that he's getting will most likely make me sleepy. So however far I get into this stream is however far I get into it, and I'll have to continue it later. But for now, we're just gonna keep going. Which is to say nothing about how we're gonna concentrate that much Honkai energy into the Hyperion at once. You guys can hear me, right? Did I turn the mic back on? I had that before, but now it's completely gone. Yeah, it's freaking weird. Power required by that theoretical value exceeds the maximum power that Selene can fire. In other words, the plan is to use Selene. The plan to use Selene isn't really feasible. I'm sorry, I have to admit. Wait, Dr. Einstein. Perhaps everything you just said was just good news. What? What are you talking about? You expect us to just conjure up a few more Selenes? Yes, exactly. You forget who you're talking to. It's the Hersher of reason. She can create stuff. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. Any idea what caused the reaction? Have no idea. I'm just laying in bed. When the stream was set to start earlier at like 7 or whatever, I was sleeping. I was literally laying right there, just chilling. But I noticed I started scratching my arm in my sleep too. So I went ahead and got up and I changed the time so you guys would know when the time of the stream would actually start. And I went back to sleep. So I have no idea. And it's only this arm. I had 2 hot dogs before I started stream, but if it was something that I put in my body, it wouldn't just be my arm. I would be swelling. So it just doesn't make any sense. Rania, yes, exactly. Bed bugs? Nah, I hope not. I don't see any. That's the first thing I checked for. Now you got me scared. Wait, no, it couldn't be bed bugs. This is a new bed. Now you guys got me worried. Hold on a second. All right, chat. There's no way that it could be bed bugs because that's a new bed. So I got the medicine here. This medicine is going to make me very tired after a while. So I brought it here so I can take it and it can start as I start reading. Once I finally start getting tired, that's when the stream is going to end. So we're going to start it now. And hopefully I can at least get a nice 30 minutes to an hour in at least, so it just makes the stream worthwhile. But I apologize, the stream's been all discombobulated. God, it's damn near gone. That is so weird. Okay, yeah. All right. I hate Benadryl. Ugh. Okay.
Huh?
What, are you serious? Wait a minute. What are you saying?
まさか。
Wait, are you saying?
はい。
You got it.
能力者の力
I say we use the power of the Herrscher reason to construct an array of Selines with sufficient power. What? Is that even possible? Of course it would be difficult. After all, this is something that even Mr. Yang has never done. But it's worth trying. Rania have faith in herself. A few months ago. She keeps revisiting this scene. This must have had a heavy impact on her. He is a survivor of the first eruption. At that time, Berlin was in shambles. Pixel found him at the epicenter. That's right. He was the last Welt, the first Herrscher reason. When the man beside her shared this story, Branya noticed he sounded a bit tired. Back then, things like Herrscher reason and Welt seemed distant to Branya. The core wasn't a part of her story yet, nor the figures in her dreams a part of her experience. That was a name that carried a lot of hope, but it was not Branya's. Branya, maybe you misunderstood. I have often said that the Herrscher of Reason represents more than just a power. This also means the potential that can be unleashed by the Herrscher Reason. Oh, by Herrscher Reason is far beyond what I am able to control. Herrscher Reason represents a sort of conviction. A conviction that humanity can fight against the Honkai. That humanity can rebel against the gods. The reason why the first Herrscher of Reason chose to fight for humanity is because he retained his consciousness as a human while taking on the thoughts of What? By taking on the thoughts? What does that mean? In reality, Chaotic didn't actually take this long to get his medicine, but stopped and stared at Bianca posters for a while, thus curing him. Was it just a lot of bumps that came out of nowhere and then stayed for a few hours? Because I had that for a few days some day. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. And it basically yesterday I woke up and I felt like my arm was itching and nothing happened. I just continued working. I went to bed just a little bit ago and I woke up right to start the stream and it was just breaking out right here, and now it's gone again. It just keeps coming and going. It's because he retained his consciousness as a human. The core had, oh. Wait, really? I didn't know that. Did they explain this somewhere earlier? I don't remember.
30万人の思想
First Hirsch, when the first
彼の
Hirsch.
精神にとって大きな負担になったはずです
Oh, okay. It was said long time ago. That's probably why I don't remember it.
そうかもしれない。だがそれが
Second Eruption? Okay, yeah, that's definitely why I don't remember it. I read those mangas before, like early in the game for me. Visual novel stuff? No, it was, well, technically yes. Maybe, but that's what a real Hirsch or Reason would do.
俺たちは常に自分が人類だということを忘れずに人類の苦痛を背負って人類の敵に反抗してきた。
We have never forgotten that we are human. We always have carried humanity's plan with us and fought against its enemies. Oh, the itching is completely gone.
それは人類が
It represents
歴史を表している。
the history that human beings have gone through, and its power comes from human civilization.
今それは
Now it's in your hands, Bronya.
それはとても重く。俺ですら
I remember the 300k part, but I don't remember where did it come from. Yeah, I don't remember that either. But I mean, nobody in the chat would lie about something like that, right? So it's just about it being in the visual novel. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's where I read it, because I don't remember much from the visual novel, yet I keep remembering bits and pieces of things that happened in Second Eruption, in I forget, Alien Space, and like I keep remembering bits and pieces. Someone get a crazy thickie to help. Look, all we need is W to blow it up, okay? And there we go, arm problem solved. It's something so heavy that even I can't use the full power of Hirscher.
同時にそれはとても
Yet so light, it's sleeping peacefully in your body at this very moment,
もう拒絶
without
反抗
causing any rejection.
もちろん
Of course, I'm not forcing you to accept anything.
君に断
I'm
りの
just
リスクが
explaining to you the history of Hirscher
夢の中
Reason
で見たあの人
and those figures in your
説明
dreams.
しているだけだ。そして
After all,
俺よりも君
I
の方が
believe
うまくやれると信じてい
you
る
can
よ
do better than me, Bronya.
君は俺よりも
Your Honkai adaptability is stronger than mine, and you have more combat experience and skills than I did when I first became Hirscher of
な
Reason.
ったばかりの頃の俺より上だ。
Well, of course her Honkai adaptability is stronger than yours. She's a woman. That's how that works. And that's why there aren't really many male characters. Only, what, 2 besides Otto had decent Honkai adaptability. Welt and the character, I forget his name, the actual name for the character, Adam, I think his name is, in APHL. Like, those are the only 2. Kevin's still a monster though. Does Kevin have Honkai? Yeah, he does have Honkai adaptability, doesn't he? I was thinking Adam. I was thinking Adam, not Kevin. But yeah, I forgot about Kevin. Kevin would be included too. He also has good Honkai adaptability. Siegfried's, we don't know his status. Dude could be dead for all we know, unless they gave us some points that I don't remember about that shows that he isn't. He's Mantis. He has adaptability. That's what I thought. Okay. Okay, I won't ask that question again. Thank you, Banana. Well, Kevin is a monster due to being a moth. He was captured by World Serpent ages ago, last we knew. Yeah, but we don't know where he is, right? So until they give us some sort of information proving some sort of status, right? We don't really know if he's alive or if he's dead. He was captured a long time ago, but that doesn't give us a status, right? So unless there was some sort of revelation that I completely missed in some sort of side story I skipped, we don't know what happened to Siegfried. So yeah, that's okay. I'll stop asking questions about Siegfried. Kevin said to treat him well. That could mean fucking anything. That could mean anything. His screen time got thrown off to the window. I think there's a good reason for that. I don't think he's gonna be his purpose is gonna be much in Honkai Impact 3rd anymore. He could be very well in Star Rail for some reason. We don't know. Last we saw him was in the manga, yeah, but it was a part of this story. So we don't know his status. Anyway, so that only leaves Kevin, Welt, and Adam. And Adam isn't even here yet in the story. So yeah, there aren't many males with Honkai adaptability. Are you gonna play the whole chapter 28? I want to, but I'm having an allergic reaction to something. I just took some medicine that's gonna make me sleepy. So whenever that kicks in, the stream ends. The only time I successfully merged with the minds of those 300k. 300k, shit. I tripped over my words, sorry. The only time I successfully merged with the minds of those 300k people was when I rebuilt my last body after the second eruption. Rebuilt your body? Yeah, okay. I was about to say, I don't remember. Rebuilt his body. Jesus Christ, how much did I forget? Did this happen? Welt rebuilt his body. Actually, I'm just gonna ask chat. When did he rebuild his body? Like what his body was destroyed by Siren. I don't remember that. Oh yeah, during the okay, yeah. He was fighting one-on-one against, well, not one-on-one, because also what's her name? The dragon with the bee with yeah, the one that serves Siren. Maybe it happened after that. Bella, yeah. What was I saying? What was I thinking? Benares. Aren't those the same people? Bella and Benares. Well, yes, they are. Okay. Thank you. I was confused. Welt rebuilt his body more than once after second eruption and after he met Kevin in the Sea of Quanta in like chapter 12. Okay, I don't remember the chapter 12 thing, but I think I may remember the second eruption thing in the fight that he fought against Siren and Bella. And Siegfried was there too. Yeah, okay. That might have happened right after that, because I don't remember them saying anything about his body being like destroyed or anything. He lost his body after the fight on the moon. Then he was helping from the core, but we didn't see him getting his body back. He did a yes, okay. He did a self-destruction to stop Siren, but it didn't work. So that's why he would have to rebuild his body. But I don't think it actually said anything about it rebuilding his body, right? Okay. It came back to me. Thank you guys. See, I don't remember all these details. It's insane that you guys can remember all this shit. It's the last body. At that time, I thought it wasn't possible either. How can someone fully understand the structure and state of every cell in the human body? It also stated several times that Welt needed to recuperate after rebuilding his body in the story and the manga. Oh, okay. This is what happens when you play 1,000 games, guys. Maybe that's why I'm having trouble remembering shit. But I'm glad I got you guys here, because it stops me from having to go back and research what the fuck is going on. I faced the 300k people in the core and determined to recover my body to continue my fight for humanity. The core's power helped me. 1,000 thoughts poured into me all at once, squeezing and tearing at each other. They almost shattered my very consciousness. But in the end, I succeeded in restoring my human body from nothing. That was the only time I fully unlocked the power of the Herrscher of Reason. The burden of the spiritual harmony was so great that when I tried to reshape my body again in the Sea of Quanta and fought back against Kevin, the core itself. Okay, that was chapter 12 that he just mentioned. The core itself stopped me from doing the same thing twice. So I managed to recover at just the right moment by reading the construction's memory. But now this body has adapted to the Herrscher's core, as you can see. But I believe your situation is completely different, Branya. Not only because you have far more talent than me, but also because you have the same light in your eyes as Welt Joyce once had. Wait, Alien Space takes place in 2029. APHO is in 2025. I thought No, that doesn't make sense. APHO has to come after Alien Space. No, APHO is before. Oh, I read that wrong. Never mind. 2029 is after 2025. Okay, never mind. I'm stupid. Okay, there we go. I'm starting to get tired. But APHO has to be first. APHO has to be first, definitely. So yeah, I think Aku is right. I don't know about this the dates specifically, but APHO has to be first, definitely. Alien Space, yes, Alien Space clearly indicates everything that transpires. It happens a good time after. Okay, cool. Yeah, all this revisiting the past shit is gonna literally sit in here and make sure that I have my brain like in the right places. It is first. Okay, cool. You never met him, but I promise you, you both are very alike. Branya, maybe we should consider other plans. Of course, Teresa. She's willing to do this. Don't worry, Principal. I know what I'm doing. Will you really be all right? Don't be silly. Haven't you done something similar? Have you done it? Why can't I? Okay, I trust you, Branya. Why don't you just use Himiko's sword and just like shatter this whole shit? No, I'm playing. I understand, Branya. I'll leave it to you. We'll charge Celine on the Hyperion for a second and last time. Then we'll attack on your command. After all, if we have to do
無
this,
限トロピーは皆
everyone with anti-entropy must be worthy of believing in Hirsch of reason.
わかりました
I see. Kiana, Celie, Rosie, and Lily. Please cover Bronya's back.
今回構築するものは
There's a lot going on with this construction. Don't interrupt me for any reason. Got it. Leave it to Celie.
みんなの力
I believe in you all.
また
Unlike
これま
before,
でとは違って今回の
whether we're completely activating the Hersher core or using Celine, a large amount of Honkai energy is
膨
needed.
大な崩壊エネルギーを必要としますその時になったらみんなに合図を
I will give instructions to
できるだけブ
to
ロー
everyone
に
in
力を貸してく
oh
ださい
god. I will give instructions to everyone in turn. Hope you can lend me as much power as possible. Understood. What are the others talking about? I don't understand. What is Celine in construction? Lily is not sure. In short, we need to protect Bronya. Oh, I get it.
それでは作戦を開始
Off to battle. Are they gonna make me fight something while we wait?
あまり時間はかけられませんよ
No.
ブローニャの邪魔
Don't even think about getting in Bronya's way. Yep. God, can you guys... Why am I only using Kiana? Of course they're gonna make it difficult by making me only use Kiana. Fair strength with Bronya. Here, Bronya, let's show that jerk what we... Let's show that jerk we mean business. I will keep Bronya safe. Oh, great. Yeah. Give me absolute power.
お願いします
Please, Bronya, I know you will succeed. Don't waste our time. Oh, now I gotta use them? Okay. Well, I like Rosa. I like Rosa and Lily, so. I didn't realize it was two enemies.
最後まであと少し
I like their fighting style. I just love it. This is Lilia's total strength. Spirit bomb? As the core of Hersher region is gradually filled with external energy, Bronya began to feel that her spirit was sinking into the depths of the core. She knew that as long as she stayed in the state, she'd be able to sense that place. Bronya was here again, in this dreamland full of scorched earth, but this time she already knew who the figure in front of her, who the figure was in front of her. God dang. He was the first Hersher of reason, the hero who saved New York, who once made the tyrant above watch the stars crumble. His name was Walt Joyce. Their name was Walt Joyce.
30万人の
The
死
thoughts
者
of
とは
300,000
こういうこと
people
なのですね
I now see. Branya noticed that those who were walking on this scorched earth were both shadows and not shadows, both fragments and not fragments. It was this unique core that allowed the thoughts of 300,000 people to be passed on to this day. Not one of them was Hirsch of reason, yet all of them were Hirsch of reason. Involuntarily, Brian approached the leading man step by step. Kid like us? Another Honkai victim. We're still in the same hometown. Is she the next Ursha Reason? Is she the one to carry on our name? Countless thoughts whispered. Sorry, my mom was checking on me to make sure I didn't I haven't died in my room. Countless thoughts whispered in her ear with every step she took. Brian knew that the core itself was questioning her, checking whether she was really qualified to be next in line. Finally, she stood in front of him. It was the first time she faced him in the core at such a close distance. That sovereign must have faced him like this before. What was in Welt Yang's mind at that time? And before that, when he was here friending this scorched earth, what was in his mind then? The warrior to take on Honkai. At such a young age, her will is strong. But she's also immature. Thoughts were still whispering. Brian's attention returned to him. He sensed the tenderness in his eyes and the stubbornness beneath that tenderness. He finally realized something. The legendary hero was just an ordinary boy. She had seen that sort of ordinary many times before in Seele, and she understood better than anyone else that it was this ordinary that gave Seele her unparalleled tenderness and strength. This time, she felt that she finally understood the meaning of his name, Welt. I know you're in doubt, and I know why. Yes, Branya once refused to inherit the name of Welt, thinking that she was unable to take on the responsibility of protecting the world. But now, I've come to understand. The so-called world is not a cold concept, nor a world that only exists in slogans. Everyone builds their own unique world. These worlds will merge with worlds of those around them to create an even larger one. And the world represented by Yang is a result of repeating this process tens of billions of times. No one has ever been able to take on the responsibility of protecting the world. But everyone can have the desire to protect the world. The desire to protect the people we want to protect. The desire to open up the future we want to go to. The desire to compromise, struggle, let go, or insist. These complex human natures are in everyone's heart, and when they blend together, all of us will get the proof of why we are human. Welt is just a name. Branya is just an ordinary human being. Whether I inherit that name or not, Branya will continue on the path that has been opened up by her predecessors. No matter how much strength she has, Branya will use it to protect the world where everyone lives.
ブローニャは
Bronya will always choose to become the Harsha of reason as a
断りの律者
human
になることを選び
and as a small cornerstone protecting the world. The gentle but determined boy didn't speak, but he quietly watched Bronya and listened to her speak her heart. His eyes were saying, "We knew that from the beginning that you would get to this point."
彼女はかつてためらっ
She has hesitated before,
でも
but she has
彼
conquered
女
her
が心の
doubts.
内にあった迷いを乗り越えたわ。
以前は怖がっ
She
て
was
た
afraid,
でも彼
but she
女
has
は内
conquered
心
her
の恐怖に打
fears.
ち勝った。
もしかしたら
Maybe she can really bring hope to
彼女は
humanity.
本当に新しい希望になるのかも。
少なくとも
At the very least, she deserves to be the next Harsha of reason.
彼女の意志は今
Her will has
強固に
become
成熟している。
resolute, and, well, damn it. Well then, we must do everything in our power to help
彼
her.
女を助けるべきだ。
崩壊に屈
To
折
neither give into the Honkai nor what?
いや、これ以上は言わなくて
Nothing more to be said. She is ready.
もう覚悟ができている。
はい
Yes,
ブロー
Bronya
ニャ
is
は
ready
もう
now.
覚悟できています
You, Cyber Angel.
30万人の思想
The 300,000 thoughts. Bronya is
受
ready.
け入れる決心がついています
Did I just call it? I called it, bro. The 300,000 thoughts. Bronya is ready to bear them all.
精神同調開始
Spiritual harmony begin. In an instant, countless soul fragments poured into Bronya's consciousness. These souls had traveled different paths, hesitated at different points. Does Bronya speak of herself in third person? Yeah, it's trauma. It's trauma. But they finally made the same decision as Bronya. They decided to protect this world that belongs to human beings. It was this decision that made her fate and Bronya's fate intertwined at this moment. Yeah, it's trauma from being experimented on at a young age. Hey, no APHO2 talk, okay? No APHO2 talk. You're not allowed to talk about APHO2 in this chat, okay? It was this decision that made their fate and Bronya's fate intertwined at this moment. The thoughts of 300,000 people poured into her, along with their traits. Some of them were determined, some brave, some cautious, others immature. My mom's like checking on me hardcore now. She's like worried. And Bronya also felt the power of that her companions had given to her before. Rosa and Lily's power was lively and mischievous as the waves. It felt immature but reliable. Lily's power was easy to identify. It was blue and clear as the sky, both gentle and tolerant at the same time. Kiana's strength was warm as the sun, yet illuminating the way forward like the moon. She had always led everyone like this. There are also thousands of thoughts and thousands of ideas which overwhelmed Bronya's spirit and tore at her soul. Worlds flashed across her mind. Human, Harsha, Honkai, civilization, peace, war, violence, warmth. Spiritual pain didn't last as long as she expected. She gradually grasped the waves of thoughts, learning to stay afloat as though she were surfing them? As though she was surfing them. Never mind, that does make sense. She understood that. Okay, I need my glasses. She understood that it was the precipitation of these millions of beliefs, disposition of those millions of years now gathered into fervent and pure conviction, into a fervent. Having a display of passionate intensity. Okay. Humanity will change the world according to its own will. The power of the Herrscher of Reason rapidly spread to the other side of the singularity at a speed that Bronya couldn't fathom. Even if it was a weapon that she had only looked at a few times. Even if it was a device whose principles were not fully understood. The complete power of Herrscher didn't care about these, as long as the target was within the reach of mortals. Any miracle that civilization could achieve, any height civilization could reach. Yeah, they messed that up. Herrscher of Reason could make it reappear in an instant. One person's strength might not be enough. Even the thoughts of 300,000 might not be enough. But at this moment, Bronya was the real Herrscher of Reason. Representing human civilization, Bronya would challenge Honkai. Celine, ×6 power construction. I was about to say, give me a short or something. This works. God dang. A loud noise shook the earth. Under the combined impact of the two kinds of energy from Herrscher of Reason and the Hyperion, the light curtain shattered in an instant with no signs of recovery. We did it. Power? I shall destroy you all. Like, I could see her switching up right there. Bronya? Oh, she fell to the ground from the sounds of it. Bronya? Bronya lost consciousness, created Celine out of thin air. After doing what no Herrscher of Reason had done, he was completely exhausted. Celine felt Bronya's breath weaken in her arms, as if her soul could fade away at any time. Bronya? Bronya? Bronya, hold on. What should we do? Is Bronya gonna die? Don't say that, Rosa. Is there anything we can do? Wait, Celie, leave it to me. Is there something nearby that can save Bronya's life? The Abyss Flower? But other issues aside, we don't know how to use it at all. It's okay, Celie. Trust me. Are you sure you can control it? Wait, what? Red Celie can... Veliona? I'm still gonna call her Veliona. Somehow, I feel familiar with this weapon. Maybe my power resonates with it somehow. I think... Maybe I've known how to use it all alone? What? I see. But allow me to do it with you. Is this really the time for... Wait. No, I mean, I can feel that. Are you trying to show off? Huh? Even if you do know how to use its power, you don't know how to properly wield it yet. And you don't know if your strength alone is enough to save Bronya. So please, let me help. Let's save Bronya together. Alright. Listen, I'll try to draw out the unique power of this weapon. You need to follow me and feel that power, then lead it into Bronya.
わかった
No problem. I'll try my best.
じゃ
Okay, I'm going to start. The girl closed her eyes and followed the guidance of the other voice in her heart. Had to be this song, huh? She felt Bronya's vitality in her arms and noticed a strange but familiar power nearby. She waved the power into a thread that connects the two. Please,
絶対に成
it has to work. Oh, I've seen this picture before. I was wondering where it came from. Okay, so I was looking at a spoiler and didn't even know it.
したの
Did it work? Bronya? Really? Bronya lost consciousness once again, but Celia sensed that it was just drowsiness, caused by excessive fatigue. I'm so glad.
お姉ちゃん
Bronya, you're alright.
大丈夫だよありがとう
Thank you, Celia.
せ
Yeah. The girl couldn't hear her own inner answer for a long time.
もう一人の私
Other me?
大丈
Are you
夫
alright?
もう一人の私
Other me? Mahoyo, stop it. That was horrible. You did that on purpose. Oh, man. That was horrible.
うるさい
You're being annoying. I'm fine. Oh, you scared me too.
私も知らない
Somehow, I'm also tired.
この黒煙
This abyss power consumes life force, right?
生命力とでも
Anyway, it's not quite as taxing as I had imagined.
その対価は確かに私が想像していたものと違う
Still,
ところで
by the way,
さっきはかなり
You were
焦って
worried.
たようね
right?
そうだよ
Of course. Don't scare me like that again.
動かさないでよね待って
Wait, you admitted
はっ
it?
きりと認めたわよ、ね、
What should I say now?
なんてこと聞こえてる
Do you hear me, Celia?
はいはい
Alright,
わかったわ
I'm the obedient Celia. I'll do whatever you...
え
What?
待って
Wait, what is
これ
that?
は何
Wait, is this the clock? The clock her shirt? No, or her shirt. Clock monster. Demofit, is this a joke? Tell me it's not the thing we saw in the second eruption.
エネルギーの指導とモニター
Judging
の
from the
反応
energy
から
readings and monitoring responses, it is indeed the grace
心
field.
音結界だいや正確に
No,
言う
to be more accurate, it's the power of binding being used in a
約束の力の
in a way
使い方
similar
だ
to the grace field.
キアナ
Kiana, get everyone out of there. If we get hit by that gear, it's all over. We don't know if it's a defensive measure triggered by breaking that light curtain or what, but it's rapidly spreading within the imaginary seed, with the imaginary seed at its core.
ゼレ
Hey, Rosie, Lily,
まだ走れる
can you move? Rosie could barely support her body with the greatsword.
さっき
I gave all my power to Bronya just now.
渡した
I
か
don't
ら
have much strength left.
リリアはもう
Lily has fallen asleep. I can barely carry her on my back, but Celia and Bronya. In Celia's arms, Bronya is still breathing steadily, but she still showed no signs of regaining consciousness. It's okay. I can carry Bronya.
ゼレプロニャお姉ちゃんを抱えられるよどうしよ
What should I do?
うみんな
Everyone looks so incapacitated, but the gears aren't slowing down at all.
何か方法は
Is
な
there
い
any way to deflect them? Yana tried to hold the great sword in her hand, but the power is still out of control. Shoot, my power still hasn't
回復
recovered.
してない
Everyone was silent for a while. The twisted gears were rapidly expanding and drawing near. All of a sudden, a roar pierced the air.
あれはハイペリオンに搭載されている突撃艦。
That's the assault ship on the Hyperion. Teresa, when did you go
それも
out?
ありだ。
This is good.
テレサさん、
Now that you're already
君が
here,
近くまで行っているな
Teresa,
ら、
let down the
早
combatants
く地
board
上にいる人
the
たちを
assault.
突撃艦に乗せて、そこから離れるんだ。
Teresa, let the ground combatants aboard. Oh, board the assault ship. God, I can't read. I think I'm getting really tired. As soon as possible and retreat. No, Doctor. Retreating won't work.
テレサ。ブローニャは悪戦苦闘したばか
Brian
り。
and the others just gone through a
力を使い
fight.
果たしてる。
Now they're
それ
exhausted.
に
Considering the speed of these gears are expanding at, I'm afraid it's risky if we retreat from the air.
博士、
Doctor, do you remember that experiment we did on binding?
あんたまさか。
You mean?
みんなも思いつい
You
たは
guys
ずよ
have probably thought about it too. If I use Grace Field to output the same binding power, Kiana and the others will be
テ
safe.
レサ、
テレサさん、
Wait, Teresa.
心音結界がほぼ融合戦士のようなもの
Madam
で
Teresa
君にとって
Wait, Teresa. Theoretically, it could work, but Madam Teresa, you should know what the Grace Field means to you as a mantis.
知ってるわ。
I know. I experienced it during the second eruption. Come
あ
on.
の虚数の
Didn't
種
you
を
see
見た
that imaginary seed?
あれに相当
Match
する
that thing's
力は
strength?
絶対に死ぬわよ。
You'll
そう
die.
かもしれない。
Maybe.
結界を展開した
When
後
the
は
field is deployed, the ship's engine, powered by Honkai energy, will also stop running. Even can't remotely control it from the Hyperion. I
ど
know.
うやら
Looks like we can't
もう
stop you.
君を
理解してくれて。
Thank you for understanding, Doctor.
博士。
The assault ship soared higher towards the Nihilus seed. Nihilus seed. The radio signal grew weaker until it disappeared. It's so quiet around here. Only a mono... That word. Mechanical hum can be heard. Monotonous mechanical hum. Monotonous.
キアナの写真を一緒に撮ってくれてありがとう。
Thank you for accompanying us to Kiana's art photos, Teresa.
あの子、
She likes you very
すご
much.
くあなたのことが好きなのよ。
The last time I had a good chat with her was a peaceful afternoon. Sitting on the bench, they watched a father and daughter playing together in the distance and chatted for a while.
セシリア、あなたが以前申請した
Philia, your application to the Far East School program you applied to has been approved.
そうなの？
Really?
本
That's
当
great.
によかった。
でも次から
But to be more diligent when you go through the process next time, this time you didn't indicate the priority of the program on the files.
私が注意して
Luckily, I happen to be a
よかったわ
cautious person.
じゃないと
Otherwise, who knows
ファイルの山の
how
中にず
long
っと
they
埋もれて
they'd
い
have
たかも
stayed
し
to
れない
stack
わよ。
in that stack of files.
本当にあり
Thank you,
がとう。
Teresa.
テレサ
I
ちゃ
feel
ん、
that you care about this program a
あ
lot.
なたも
当たり前でしょ
Of course.
あなた
It's
の
your
願い
dream,
だもん
isn't it?
そうでキアナは毎日成長してる
Kiana is growing up every day.
彼女はその学校の生徒
If
になれ
we
ない
don't hurry up, you'll be too old for that
じゃ
school.
あもう一つ
And
の
help me
願いを
realize another dream,
叶
okay?
えるの。手伝って
About last
くれ
time's
るでしょ
proposal. You want to be a teacher in my school, Teresa? Forget it.
そ
I
れは
can't
や
be
っ
a
ぱり
teacher.
やめておくわ私が先生なんて
Principal.
無理よ
あ
Huh?
ら、そんなことない。
Why not?
私は子供
I'm
が
not
苦
good
手
at
な
dealing
の
with kids.
そ
They won't
のう
see
ち
me
の
as a
一人
teacher.
そうかしら？
Is that so?
私はぴ
I
った
think
り
you'll
だ
be
と思う
fine.
わ。
Kiana likes you.
私は本部に残る
I'd
わ
better stay at this HQ.
あなたは
You'll find
きっと
better
いい先
teachers,
生になる
and
あなたたちの娘
I have a
は
hunch that your daughter will
他の
be
子より少し
a
やんちゃ
bit
に
more
育つ
trouble than the other kids. I
私
can't
は
handle
あ
her.
ら、褒めて
Thanks for the
ありが
compliment.
とう。
褒めてない
It's
わよ
not a compliment.
でも、
But maybe she'll be well behaved when she
おとなしくな
grows
る
up,
かもしれない
just like her
わよ。
dad.
ジークフリートのどこが
Siegfried
お
is
となし
not
いの
well
よ
behaved at all. The two kept joking with each
で
other.
もセシリア
But Cecilia,
どうして
why
こん
did
な
you
に
rush
急
to
い
build
で
a Valkyrie school?
バルキリー
Is
学
it
園
for
を設
Kiana?
立
そ
No.
れは違う
To
わ。
be honest, I'd be glad if she didn't want to be a Valkyrie in the
かの
future.
実を言うと、
To be honest, I've thought about building a school for a long time now.
ずいぶん前
A
か
long
な
time.
あなたも知ってるよ。
After all, as you know,
私は小
I've
さ
been
い
training as a
頃から
Valkyrie since a very young
戦士
age.
になる訓
I
練
knew
を
almost
受けてき
nothing
た。
about the world other than fighting
崩壊
Honkai
に関すること以外、ジークフリートに。
until I met Siegfried. You know what happened when we first met?
まるで夢
At
から
that
覚
time,
めたようだ
I
った。
finally realized
戦闘
we
以
could
外
experience so much more than just
カラフルな
fighting.
世界を体験でき
Those
るなんて
experiences became a new driving force for my Valkyrie career.
経験は だから私
That's the reason I want to create a
は
different
全く
branch.
違う支部を
I
作る
want to give those students
当
something
時の
I almost
私プライ
missed.
ベートルーム
A room with privacy, a
美し
beautiful
い中に
garden,
は
a delicious school
美味しい
cafeteria,
学食
lessons, activities,
一
friends
緒に
we
授
can
業を
skip
受
school
け
with
て
together.
私は彼女たち
I
が
want them to
戦士にな
experience
る
the
前
world freely as a person before becoming a Valkyrie.
自由に世界と関わってほしいと思ってるの
そういうことなの
I
ね
see. Well,
心を動か
are
さ
you
れ
moved
た
at all?
先生も
Faculty
同じよう
can
に
also enjoy what I
さっき
mentioned
言
above.
った内容を
私はそんなに簡単には
I'm not so
釣られないわ
simple-minded.
でも
Still,
青春
the
に満
campus
ち溢
full
れ
of
てい
youth
る
sounds
学
like
園
your
なんて
style.
そう
Yes.
そう
Speaking of
青
youth,
春といえば
the school has to have a
学
big
校に
swimming
は大
pool.
きなプール
だったら
You
海
can
辺
build
や
it by
島
the
に建て
sea
ればいいじゃん
or on an island.
夏になれば
Everyone
遊
could
び
spend
に行ける
summer
わ
summer hanging out. Yeah,
外で
they'll
遊ぶ
play
だけじゃなく
outside
て
and have
クレ
claw
ーンゲームや
machines,
ゲーム
an
センター
arcade.
遊
an
園地
amusement
も必要
park.
だと思うの
I used to enjoy arcades.
それは勉強に影響するんじ
They
ゃない
wouldn't
か
want to
しら
study anymore.
そう
You think so?
週末にだけ開
Maybe
放
think
するな
about
ら
only
考えない
opening
こと
them
ない
on
わ
weekends? That's more
確かにそ
reasonable.
の方がいい実は
I just want them to have
私
their
は
own
彼女
lives.
たちに
A life that
自分の生活を持ってほしい
that has nothing to do with their
職業
career
や責任
or
とは関係なく
responsibilities. A life
自分
where
自身をより
they
幸
can
せにするための
wholeheartedly
生
make
活や
themselves happy.
天
happier.
命のバルキリーだと
Even as
する
Valkyries, I want them to see things for themselves, experience the world at their
自分
own
の歩
pace.
幅でいつの日か彼女たちには
Hope that one day
自分で運
they
命
will be
を
able to decide on their own
自
destiny
分が守りたいも
and
のを
choose what they want
自
to
分で選
protect.
べるようになってほしい
This hits.
彼女たちが
I hope they will have beautiful memories in mind. When they cry out, fight for all that's beautiful and
美しい
oh
思
my
い出が
god.
浮かぶようにその意味を心
I
から
hope they
理解
truly
できることを
understands what that
願ってるわ
means.
そして私たちは
And
その証
what we
人と
need
な
to
り
do is to be
守るのね
witness to and protect them all.
そうよ
Yes, you're
テ
right.
レサちゃん
Carissa,
必ずし
it's
も
okay if
先
you
生
don't want to
に
be a
なる
teacher.
突然どうしたの
I bring that up
で
again.
も
But I
たま
hope
には時間を見つけ
that
て
once in a while you'll come by
Kiana
to see Kiana and her
彼女のお友
classmates.
達にその時になった
I'm
ら
sure you'll be in for a surprise.
期待して
And
る
I'll
わ
be looking
でも
forward to it.
そんな変わった学校
Speaking of
に
which,
極東支部
for a
附
unique
属
school
学
like
園
this,
なん
it
て
may not be
名前が似合
appropriate
わ
to
ない
call
わ
it
ね
Far East School.
他の名
Why
前を
not
考え
consider
ない
using
の
a different name?
あ
Ah,
ら
you're
なん
right.
て名前にしたらいいか
What
し
should
ら
we call it? Well,
ちゃんと考
we
え
need
る
to
必
think
要
about that. How about Saint Freya?
はどう
It sounds for you.
青
Stands for
春を
you.
代表する名前でしょ
This hits.
あなたの言う通りだった
It's
わ
just like you said,
セシ
Cecilia.
リアセイフレイヤの生徒たちは信じられないほど成長したわ
Why? The students of Saint Freya have grown so much. You can't even believe it.
彼女たちは自分
They
で
can now
運命を
decide
決め
their own destiny,
何を守るかを
choose
選
what
択
they
で
want
きる
to
ようになった
protect, and they will never stop going forward, even if they are far apart from each other.
セイフレイヤの生徒は
Although students of Saint Freya do cause all sorts of trouble,
あなたの言う通りよ
but you're right,
セシ
Cecilia.
これが
This is the future that is different from ours.
これが
This is the future we ought to
私た
protect.
ちが守るべき未来
Carissa took a deep breath.
制約の十字架
Judah, my old friend,
私の古い友人
you've always been all powerful. So please, help me one last
も
time.
う一度制約の十字架大霊定格出力
Oh, this music.
抵抗展開
It happened in an instant. The divine key hit the imaginary seed accurately. The chain reaction made all the gears covering the sky lose their power. They broke, dissipated, and collapsed. The power of binding had no effect. Otto's church was no longer guarded by any barriers. The Ressa apocalypse had achieved the expected victory and paid the expected price. What happened? Did it work? The imaginary seed was broken, and the gears in the sky were fading away. The power of binding was gone. Wonderful. Her vision began to blur. The sound of wind in her ears gradually faded away. She wanted to speak, but her lips, no, her entire body had no consciousness at all. Am I falling? She could no longer feel the wind. The gears that grew farther and farther, and the strands of hair brushing in her vision reminded herself of that fact. Yana, Rania, I am glad that you're all right. What is that? A holy light shot down from the sky. It didn't feel threatening, but rather reassuring. In Theresa's memory, she only had seen such a holy light in one person,
セシリア
Cecilia. After saying the name in her head, Theresa lost all of her strength. She closed her eyes and let herself fall into unconsciousness. And fall.
位置につきました。昔、彼女とここに来ました。
Okay. Since I just took some Benadryl for this this thing going on in my arm, while I do feel better,
私に
I do feel myself slipping into being tired. So I'm just gonna name this stream Act 1, and we're gonna continue this later on this week. Hopefully I'm hopefully I'm okay so that I can just continue this like tomorrow or something. But yeah. Thank you guys for coming through. I'm sorry that I have to end the stream now, but this is a health matter, and it's beyond my control. Act 1 done. We'll continue this tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Stay healthy, stay safe, stay chaotic. Love you guys. See you all hopefully tomorrow.
私にやらなければならないことがあります。少し休みますか？あまり時間はかけられませんよ。私にやらなければならないことがあります。